Sometimes I don't feel like I'm building the masks. Sometimes I feel like the masks are building me. My name is Kent Duplantis. I live in Houston, Texas. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana.
What do you want to be called?
I want to be a seamstress.
You want to be a seamstress?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because they're so savage at what they do. Yeah. So savage.
Cute, Ken. We're so cute.
I know it. I made some masks at home and I sold them with a little bitty sewing machine, but as far as this level and all the things, I don't even know what a seam ripper was called till the other day. These people taught me a new skill and actually I kind of enjoy it. I think I'm pretty good at it too. I'll tell you the truth. And I came to Houston like 7 years ago by myself with nobody, didn't know anyone, and I've kind of built this crew of friends and coworkers and a little core group of loved ones. Everything I've ever done in Houston in this stage of my life, I've been like kind of a hired gun, you know? But all those things went away first and foremost. You know, the bar business was the first thing to fall when the coronavirus hit. So, you know, you're staring at the faces, not only your job is gone and your income is gone and you gotta feed your kid and you gotta pay rent and all these things. So, I mean, it's really sink or swim, and I was sinking real, real fast. I work at a bar down the street. It's called Avant Garden, and we were doing our last little hoorah of we're doing this raffle. We're raffling off these baskets to try to make some money for the people that are affiliated with that place. And in the middle of that raffle, I heard about GrabBagMasks, which is about 4 blocks down the street. I was in the middle of hosting the stream. I actually had the phone in my hand. I was the one running the stream, and I handed it to one of my buddies and said, "Hold this, I'll be back later." And I jumped on a little Razor scooter and scooted down the street and walked into GrabBagMasks, and they gave me a job. They told me to sit down at the sewing machine. They asked me if I knew how to sew. I said kinda, which at that point, I wouldn't call it sewing. Yeah, and they told me to sit down. They were patient with me. Taught me a new thing, and then I've been running ever since, you know? Who better to hire to make masks in a bar but out-of-work bartenders? And I was the word around the bartending scene, and I'm not one to guess or sit on that type of information, so about 15 seconds after I heard about that, I jumped on my daughter's little Razor scooter and shot down here to find out for myself. And what I found out, that we're really doing the damn thing over here. We're making masks, we're shipping them out. But not only that, I mean, it's on both ends of the process. You know, it's the end of the process of helping people get a job and pay their rent and feed their kid in this spot. And on the under end of the process, making high quality masks for people to protect people, you know? And that's I think the dopest thing about it is not just the one aspect. We make masks. No, we don't just do that. We take people that are hurting and that really, really need it right now, which they do more than ever. I've never needed a job like I needed this one, you know? I've never been in that type of spot. The day that I walked in here, that was the last straw, you know? I mean, a month and a half behind on rent, there's only so much the landlord can do. The light bill is coming in, you know, 7 days, and it's gonna be astronomical, and there's nothing I could do about it. Literally, the pool was empty, and I was about to hit flat concrete. So, really kind of scooped me up and put me back on my feet. Yeah.
You got a little girl, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about her.
She's the shit. Yeah, I got a little girl, her name's Layla, 6 years old. And that's another cool thing, I don't have to pay for a babysitter, which most you don't think about that in these types of times. Not only do jobs go away, but babysitters go away, because understandably they don't want an outside kid coming to their house. So not only are you looking for a job and looking for work, but there's 2 things you're balancing in your mind is, is how to get work and where can my kid go when I get work. You know, it's once you climb one hill, you have that whole other hill to climb. And this kind of knocked it both out because she comes to work with me. It's like a little village in here, you know? We're gonna start brewing our own beer and producing our own spawns. And
Whoa.
we're gonna come out with little thimbles on there. Haven't seen one thimble since I've been here, not one.
Did you?
Monopoly lied
What
to
was
me.
your first thought sitting down at one of these machines? And
The first thing I thought was, act like you know what this is. Act like you know what this is. Because it's not like a regular little rinky-dink sewing machine. It's not. There's like knee pads and backwards and forwards, and push this button and it goes one stitch forward, and push this, oh, they disengaged that button, so don't worry about the thing they just told you on top of the 7 things they just told you. What are you talking about? Just go away so I can act like I know what I'm doing, you know? Because they're pretty intense. It's like all you've ever seen is BMX bikes and they show you a drag car where you're like, shit, I'm supposed to drive this thing, you know? Yeah, but it took some getting used to. So it was a little intimidating. I never knew how I would feel about saying I was intimidated by a sewing machine on camera before. But times are hard, baby. Now I'm a seamstress, not just a seamstress. I'm a bad motherfucker on that sewing machine. Come at me.
And that who's going down?
It's me, Jenny. I'm going to the top. She thinks she's Yoda back there. Boba Fett's coming, motherfucker.